All right, let's talk about Etsy's new third-party delivery partner policy. I know, whenever a platform announces a brand new update to their shipping rules, it usually means an instant spike in your blood pressure, right? But take a deep breath. You are in the exact right place. Today, we're completely demystifying this policy. We're going to break down exactly what this means for your daily operations, your software choices, and honestly, your peace of mind. By the end of this explainer, you'll know exactly where your shop stands and what steps you actually need to take. Here is our roadmap for today. We'll start with 1, the core policy. Then compare 2, approved versus non-approved apps. From there, we'll look at 3, the global rollout rules, 4, existing users, explore 5, why the change is happening, and finally, look at 6, the specific impact on Indian sellers. Let's jump right in. Section 1, the core policy and full API access explained. Before we get into the country-specific stuff, let's look at what Etsy is actually changing under the hood. At the heart of this entire update is one technical concept, and that is full API access. Think of this as the digital bridge connecting Etsy's marketplace directly to your fulfillment software. Under the new policy, Etsy is restricting this full automatic syncing exclusively to a curated list of approved shipping apps in certain countries. When you have this full API access, everything is seamless. An order automatically imports, the customer's shipping address is pulled right in, you create the shipping label, and the absolute moment you do, that tracking number automatically updates on Etsy, marking the order as dispatched. It's literally the technical crux of a smooth-running business. Moving on to Section 2, approved apps versus non-approved apps. Let's see how this technical update impacts your actual day-to-day workflow. Picture a seller in the US using an approved app like Shippo. A customer buys an item and boom, the order is instantly in Shippo. The seller buys the label, the tracking flows right back to Etsy, the order is marked complete, and the customer gets their email. 0 manual data entry. But contrast that with a seller using a newly connected non-approved app like EasyShip under these new rules, or maybe just a local courier software. The order might show up in the app, sure, but the automation hits a brick wall. That tracking number, it is not going to automatically make its way back to Etsy. If you end up on the non-approved side of things, well, here's your new reality. You have to manually copy the customer's address, jump over to your courier's website to create the shipment, grab that tracking number, head back into Etsy, paste it in, and finally manually mark the order as complete. Doing those 4 manual steps repeatedly for every single order is a fantastic way to absolutely ruin your weekend. And honestly, this friction is exactly why understanding the approved app list is absolutely crucial for your efficiency. Section 3, global rollout rules and country-specific rules. Let's look at the specific timelines for the international sellers affected by this update. Okay, so if you are in Australia, by May 13th, 2026, new integrations are only going to get that full automation with Send Now by Ascendia or ShipStation. Up in Canada, your go-to approved apps are ShipStation and ShitChats. For Germany, you're looking at Sendcloud and Bilby. And for sellers in Italy, after February 1st, 2026, you'll need Packlink, Sendcloud, or Send Now for that seamless automatic syncing. Basically, if your country is on this restricted list, aligning with these approved partners for any new setups is essentially mandatory if you want automation. Section 4, existing users. Are old apps safe? Let's alleviate a lot of anxiety for those of you who already have established workflows. I know this is the exact question causing panic for thousands of veteran shop owners right now. You're probably thinking, I'm in one of those countries, and I use an app that isn't on the list. Is my whole business going to break overnight? Well, straight from the policy guide, the crucial point is this quote right here. If you connected another shipping app before the policy was implemented, it will continue to work as before. Boom. That is a grandfather clause. If you connected a service like EasyShip back in 2024, long before these new deadlines, your connection is safe. Etsy is not going to suddenly break your integration in 2026. Your old setup will continue to automatically sync just as it always has. Just keep in mind, if a brand new seller tries to connect that exact same non-approved app today, they won't get that automation. But your existing setups, they're protected. Section 5. Why the change? Let's explore Etsy's rationale behind tightening up these digital borders. When platforms make big changes like this, it often feels like arbitrary red tape just designed to make our lives harder, right? But looking at the source material, this is actually a concerted effort to build a safer, faster marketplace. By restricting API access to vetted partners, Etsy aims to keep shipping data much more secure. Tighter integrations mean tracking updates happen precisely on time, which directly reduces lost shipments. And ultimately, when the marketplace performs better technically, the customer experience improves, which leads to repeat buyers for everyone. It's really all about quality control over the data moving in and out of their system. And finally, Section 6, Impact on Indian Sellers. This is a highly targeted wrap-up for a massive segment of the Etsy community. I actually get to deliver some very reassuring news here. If you're selling from India, your country is currently exempt from that strict country-specific list we just went over. This means you are not forced into a narrow list of approved apps to maintain your functionality. You can continue utilizing the diverse range of shipping solutions you already rely on, whether that's ShipRocket, India Post, FedEx, or DHL. The blanket restriction simply does not apply to you. However, there is a bit of a catch. While India is geographically exempt from the policy, your daily workflow still entirely depends on the technical capabilities of your chosen software. For example, if you use ShipRocket and it has a full robust integration built with Etsy, you get that sweet automatic order sync and tracking update. But if the specific software you choose only has a basic integration or maybe none at all, you are still going to be stuck doing that manual data entry we talked about earlier. So, exemption doesn't guarantee automation, your software's integration level does. Let's quickly summarize our key takeaways from this explainer. First, using an approved app in a restricted country guarantees you automatic syncing. Second, trying to set up a new, non-approved app means you're signing up for a lot of manual, tedious work. Third, and most importantly for veterans, existing connections established before the policy rollouts are grandfathered in and totally safe. And fourth, sellers in India are currently exempt from the country lists, but you still need to choose software with strong Etsy integrations to avoid manual work. Knowing these specific rules is absolutely the best tool you have to protect your shop's efficiency. Which brings us to the final thought I want to leave you with today. Take a good look at your current workflow. Are you using an approved app? Are you relying on a grandfathered connection? Or are you a newer seller who might accidentally sign up for a non-approved service? Take 10 minutes today to audit your shipping software based on the insights from this explainer. Ensure your digital logistics are future-proofed, so you can spend way less time copying and pasting tracking numbers and a whole lot more time creating the products your customers love. Thanks so much for joining me on this deep dive, and happy selling.